This week's show brought to you by Frank Shoup, Georgetown's big name in cars. Georgetown Advantage Air, now locally owned and operated by Gene Thompson. Welcome, everybody, to the Scott County Cardinals News Graphic Coaches Show with Coach Billy Hicks. I'm Kal Oakes. Our special guest this week is Peyton Shotwell. We'll be here to talk about a couple of games past week and a pretty busy schedule here. We are in basically the last 7-8 days of the regular season here. It is coming down.
I can't believe, of course, the season's ending a week earlier this year. That normally we lost a week somewhere, and so this is the next last week. We have 3 games this week, and we got 2 next week, and then the district tournament starts. And it's hard to believe, Cal, because in all the build up to it, you think, gosh, it's never going to get here, you know. And then it gets here, and then you blink, and it's gone. But it's been another wonderful year here. But I hope it goes on quite long, quite a bit. And I really like our team now, Cal. I think we're starting to really do some things, and the things that you hope would happen, you hope that sooner or later that Cooper Watts would get himself into playing shape and get himself ready to go and play like we always expected Cooper to play. And boy, he has. He's been a big lift to us down the road. Lorenzo Williams has getting experience now, and this seems to get better and better. And Bryce, Michael, and Cooper Rob continually, it's what they have been doing, And then I tell you, who's really improving for us too has been Cam Fluker. I think Cam's really gotten better, and so everything's sort of falling in place, Cal. We just got to stay healthy and keep working, and we had a great practice yesterday, and getting ready to play Cordia tonight, and so we're looking forward to the weeks ahead.
Peyton, what's your impression of where the team is at this point in the season? You happy with where you are going into the playoffs?
I think we're looking pretty good this year. I think like you said, Cooper Watts has been stepping up a lot lately, just with these past couple games. I think he's been playing pretty well.
Knowing him as a teammate, what do you think it was? Do you think it was just kind of the late start for him with football season? And what changed with him the past few weeks?
I'm not really sure. It just seems like it's really just kicked into gear and just going hard, I guess. Just practice battling with Mike and all of us.
Sometimes, and you've coached a lot of years and known a lot of seniors, sometimes that senior year, that they hit that switch, they come to the realization that, hey, this is it, right?
Well, he's able to focus on basketball now, and I think he's got his, he's jumping so much better now, and I think he's quit doing squats, stuff like that. He's off the weights, and he's really, that's made a big difference in his legs, Cal. He's jumping really so much better.
Looks a lot lighter on his feet than he
was. Oh yeah, he's moving better, and he's able to concentrate on basketball. And I'll tell you, this guy beside of right here, old Peyton, I think down the road he's one of those kids that's really going to be a heck of a player here, Cal. He does the things that's hardest to teach. He's got his prettiest jump shot, if not the prettiest jump shot on the team. We wanted Peyton. He hasn't had a great deal of experience last year, so we wanted Peyton to really get a lot of JV experience this year and varsity experience, and going against Cooper Rob and Bryce, these guys every day practice, which he has, and you're going to see. I think we got a player to make, and he's really going to be a fine player down the road. And I think this year was just a year to get Peyton a lot of experience. But now here at tournament time, I can see Peyton really helping us some, because as we get him up there now, we get his defense better, and he's got the offensive game, and as he learns, as he plays more, he's going to learn to pass better. I can see down the road Peyton being a really good basketball player here at Scott County.
How has the season gone for you, Peyton? Have you seen yourself improve from your view as the season's gone?
I have. At the beginning of the season, I felt pretty good, and then I injured my left foot, and I was in a boot for a while, so that set me back, and just trying to work back.
He talked about the JV schedule, and that gives you a lot of playing time. But I would think on a team like this, just coming to practice every day has got to step your game up.
Oh, yeah.
playing with these guys. Talk about that a little bit, just what it's like to be on a team with so many guys who can challenge you.
It's really good for you. I think it's good for both sides, red and white. I think we all get something out of it every day, and just helps us.
Is that kind of how you design it? I know football has like what they call scout team, where they kind of try to simulate what the other team does. Is that kind of how you break it
No,
down?
I tell you, Cal, I did this thing for 40 years, close to 40 years now. We always have the red team to be the varsity starters and maybe some other older players that really. The reason we put you on a JV team is to get experience and building for the future. And we want that JV team going against the varsity starters every day, and they do. I mean, they go against them every day. But what that does in our program, we always have good players coming. You know, we that's why in 40 years of coaching, we've had one losing season. That was the first year I coached. But after that, once we got into our program, like next year, these guys that have gone against Cooper, Rob, Bryce, and Michael and every day, and we don't. The red team, that's a starter. They don't win every day either. That white team picks up quite a few victories along the way, and Coach Glenn does a great job. Great human being, does a great job with them, and it's something we've done for years here, and that's our system, and it's probably pretty unique in that. I don't know anybody else that does it like that, and that's a big reason why we've always been pretty good.
You kind of set your mind coming into the season that, okay, I'm just going to work hard and see where it leads, and you never know what may happen as the season goes on as far as playing time.
Yeah, that's exactly what I.
Yeah, if he had not hurt his foot, Peyton would be seeing some big minutes on the varsity right now. And I just watched him yesterday. I tore in one of our quarters, and every day in practice, Cal, it's like a game. We scrimmage we go head to head every day. Boy, he pulled up, hit a beautiful jump shot right at the end of our first. We scrimmage in different segments against different offenses, against different defenses, and boy, he hit a jump shot. And I told Coach Glenn, I said, "Gosh, I haven't seen a pretty jump shot. Yeah, a pretty jump shot that in a long time. He just pulled up and elevated it high off the floor, and you know, he's an outstanding jumper. So I know if a guy can move and jump like that, he's got it in him to be a great defensive player. Now that's where Peyton's gonna be all mine next year. Now, see, this year we had to share him with the JVs. Next year Peyton will be a red team all the way. So we get that defense lined out this summer.
He talked about you being an excellent jumper. I noticed the other day you do track and field during the winter too. Does that take a lot of time balance on your part, or how does that work for you?
Not really. I usually just do that in the little time, just in a little time. But then I'll get back with the team during state and all that, or get in the gym during open gyms. It doesn't take a lot of time away now.
Kind of tells you what kind of athlete you're dealing with.
Oh, and I know he really jumps really well, but he's not the best jumper in his family. His brother can put his head on the rim. his brother. So I guess it's a heredity thing. Tanner, gosh, he can jump out of the gym, and I just want Taylor to grow a few more inches to get big as Tanner. Yeah, he might about 2 inches below him right now.
Yeah.
Not bad. So the Shotwell family has got excellent jumpers on that. These guys, his brother, and then Peyton for his size dunks the ball pretty easy and everything. So I think, you know, I'm not trying to blow him up too much here, but I think down the road he's really got a chance. And we'll see this summer because Peyton's going to get a chance to start a bunch for us this summer. We like to get everybody.
Summer you have people go in different directions, and
and again, like I say, Peyton's JV days are over with. So now he's going to be all varsity. And he'll be with me every day, so I'll have he knows how I feel about defense and stuff. And so we'll get that going, and I'm looking forward to that down the road. And there's so many things that we do, Cal, that are uniquely Scott County basketball, the way we do our program and the way we do things, and that's something we've done. I've done it for 40 years, and it's you know, we've continued to be.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If it ain't broke, we don't fix it. That's why it's and it's fun because Peyton probably tell you it's a quick 2 hours, isn't it? You know, time we come out and time we go through drills and we play every day. We scrimmage some every day, but we also get shooting and ball handling and individual work in every day also. But it is, you know, a long time ago, before I ever coached a basketball game, I wrote down my philosophy of basketball, and you have to have a philosophy of what you believe in, and I wrote down then, and I still got that everything I do as a coach will be based around player development. Mm-hmm. It's going to develop our players. That's why we play fast, because playing fast develops your players. That's why the way we practice what we do, it develops your players. Because I found that early on. You know, I was in college, we'd go and play Terry Holland, those guys, Virginia, place and everything. We'd get beat.
Yeah.
They had better players than we did. You know, and I wasn't as good as those guys at Virginia. And so what I'm saying is that South Carolina's been place we play, but you know, your players got to be good. You got to have good players.
You saw some good players. You played some good players over the weekend. Made 2 trips to Lexington. You beat Henry Clay, another district win to kind of lock up the 42nd district. Now there's no tie-breaking scenarios that you have to worry about there. And the next night you went and played in an event at Lafayette and played a pretty good Southwestern team, and you handled both those games pretty well. I thought.
Yeah, I tell you, the good games for us, Cal, because you're going into Lexington on the road, a big district rivalry. And so Henry Clay game started out right at the bat, very physical. I mean, Cooper Robb got tackled. He got a rebound, come out, got tackled, and hit the floor really hard, hurt his knee right off the bat. And Cooper Watts played 8 minutes before he fouled out with 6 fouls. He got a technical at the end, so you know, but you can't get 6 fouls in high school. But we had to really go in and go against their physicality.
Yeah.
And still play tough to do the things we wanted to do. I thought it really helped Cooper Robb grow up because Cooper wasn't having a great shooting night, his leg being hurt, but I tell you what, he was great at engineering everything and getting the ball to people and doing things. I thought, wow, what a great game for us. And then we go against Southwestern the next day. All right, they got 4 excellent 3-point shooters in their starting lineup. And the guy we thought couldn't shoot was 2 for 2, so they had 5. He was 2 for 2 3-point in the center. I didn't think he was a 3-point shooter. But so now we got to guard them. Mm-hmm. We've got to go out and guard them with our bigger kids, and then be smart enough to take advantage of our size and attack them inside. And Cal, we did that. So that's a team growing up. Mm-hmm. We grew up a lot over the weekend.
You've had some tough road trips. We were talking before the show. Just not a lot of home games this year. So I mean, to go on a back-to-back like that on the weekend kind of says a lot about your team, I think. Just has it made you guys stronger? You've played in so many of those weekend type events. You've gone on the road. You haven't had a lot of home games. Do you feel like the team has matured a lot because of that, and how so?
I think so. I think just playing in different atmospheres, not just this gym, practicing in this gym every day gets enough, but just playing in different places just gets more experience on it.
Yeah, I think different type teams, your team has to adapt and have to adjust because that's what you have to do at tournament time.
And you're playing teams from all over the state. This was a team that's from Region 12, but they had 20 wins coming into that thing, and you played pretty well. I mean, I think they kind of narrowed it down in the fourth quarter, but you had a pretty good night against them overall.
Oh, we really did, and some people give me a hard time for not subbing much, but I wanted Peyton and those guys in the ballgame there at the end. That's a great experience. They got to go up against a top 10 ranked team in Kentucky and battle them. So that was good from that standpoint, Cal. We, again, trying to develop players, trying to get them the most experience we can and still win. Yeah. We didn't want to lose that game, but we want to still win. But we also want to get Peyton and everybody else out there some experience.
So going forward this week, it's a busy week. The night we're filming this, you're playing Cordia. They're coming in for an 8 o'clock game. Going to Grant County. Then you have Bryan Station at home. And then on the other side of that, you get a couple of games, I think, Tuesday, Thursday next week.
You got Louisville Eastern on Tuesday, be our last home game. And we got to go to Dunbar on Thursday. It'll be Hollingsworth's last home game in Dunbar. So I'm sure
they're senior night.
He'll be jacked up, and they're senior. They got several seniors that'll be jacked up. And then our senior night, Cal, is going to be this Saturday night. And the reason we do that is because last year we waited until the last home game. It snowed. We didn't get to have senior night. Yeah. So we're gonna do it senior night this Saturday night. It'll be a good night. We have 3 senior players, and we got Taylor Berryman. It'd be also his senior night.
You mentioned last week too a special event in conjunction with senior night. Talk about that. You're going to be honored before that game, and I guess Jakari Figs also.
Well, they started the Kentucky High School Basketball Hall of Fame, and they got started. And the goal is the first 10 years is to get the first 5 by 2007, which is now 2017 this year, to get the top 100 people in Kentucky in it, and it's an honor to be a part of that. It's an honor for the Jakari Figs to be a part of it because you think back with the 100 years history of Kentucky basketball, to be in that top 100 as a player or coach is sort of overwhelming, and it is a heck of an honor, and it'd be good to see Yakari, and anytime we get a chance to honor her, we better, because she's one of the finest that's ever come through this state, not just Scott County, but the whole state.
Well, we look forward to that. We'll have coverage of that event online at newsgraphic.com, and we'll have the Coaches Show to wrap up the regular season next week, and then we'll talk about playoffs. Until next time, thank you, Peyton. Thank you, Coach. We'll see you on the sidelines.